Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yo, what up? We're live. We're back in action. Week 7 is done. Here we come. Week 8. It's going to be great. You know it. Welcome back to Third and Three podcast. We are here. We are ready to get rolling, baby. No wasted time whatsoever. As always, presented by the Sports Column and brought to you by Reebok. Just go to Third and Three podcast for all the goodies over there. Let us take care of you. Use us. Take advantage of it. Thirdandthreepodcast.com. Check it out. Let's get into it. All right, Nikki, what's happening, girl? Are you home yet? Are you home? Are you still on the road?
No. I'm home. I'm home for a few weeks. Yeah, probably home for a few weeks. Just some local stuff. So I'm in my own house, which is nice.
That's a beautiful thing. Well, welcome
back. When you're traveling a lot and you get to be in your own bed in your own house, it feels glorious.
It most certainly does.
I hate those hotel pillows that are just like marshmallowy and there's like no support on your neck. I have such a bad back and neck. That's why I'm so fidgety. But yeah, just TMI for everybody. They're like,
I didn't notice that you were fidgety. I never noticed that about you.
Yeah, yeah.
It was calm and cool and collective. Like, nah, nothing bothers Nikki. Just brush it off your shoulder. No problem.
Dirt off my shoulders, you know.
D, I see you. You're at the game over there.
Yeah, he was, unfortunately.
Yeah, I got to see my Saints stink it up close and personal. It was, but I was telling my wife, we've been lucky. This was our first time I've lost track of how many Saints games we've been to now, and this is our first time seeing them lose in person.
Oh,
so
really?
We've definitely, we were due for one, and this happened to be the one. It was really, really bad, but I can't complain when, we've lost one game out of the, 10 plus that we've gone to now.
Yeah. You've had a lot of good luck. Maybe you are their good luck charm because things were looking good up until them 2 interceptions, man, and then the whole game just
up until the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, everything was looking fine, and then it just all went haywire.
Yeah, it sure did. It was a hot mess over there, and Arizona ends up with the win. But we're not going to talk about that now. We don't want to upset our man over here. All the goodies, neighborhood news. We're basically going to mix in with our picks and everything like that. We do have a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about obviously Matt Ryan being benched for Sam Ehlinger. Crazy. Robert Quinn, as if the Eagles needed more players, he's going over there. We'll talk about that. The whole Mac Jones and zippity zappity situation. We'll talk about that. We'll do some gutsy putsy plays, freaky fantasy football draft, all that good shit we got for you guys. So hang in there, join us, send us your comments. Let's have some fun. So you ready to roll?
We're ready.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do this thing. Started off with the gutsy call of the week, which I had to go to, was Bill Belichick pulling Mac Jones out so quickly after the interception. I mean, that's the guy that you drafted in the first round last year, right, Nikki? He helped you go to the playoffs. I don't want to say took him there, but, even went to the Pro Bowl as an alternate, whatever you want to talk about it, okay? But I know Zappy comes in and does a good job, all right? Different situation when he came in, a couple of touchdowns, obviously. But your thoughts about that, because I didn't like it. I thought that if Mac Jones is your guy, you just kind of stick with him. But it is very Bill Belichickian, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Look, remember when he wanted to trade Tom Brady, way before everybody said that he should, and he's just always kind of good like that. It's like he's just got this sixth sense. And listen, I'm not in favor of that. If that's your guy, there's growing pains. This is his second season. He's gonna have to kind of work through it, right? But I get why he did it. So I'm not a fan of it, but I understand it.
Damian, Bill Belichick has never wanted to play to the crowd, but everybody was yelling zappy, zappy, zappy before the game even started. Do you think that even had crept into his mind to say, you know what, the fans want it, maybe we'll get a little extra boost? And they did at first, as we saw, but then the Bears, ran away with the game, which none of us saw happening.
Yeah, I don't think that he was playing to the fans because there was talk before the week that he wanted to play both guys, which I never like.
That's college stuff, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. That's college football stuff when you have two quarterbacks and you don't know which one you have, or maybe those better guys, a freshman, the guy who was ahead of him is a senior. You don't want to, just sit the senior down, so you play both guys, stuff like that, But again, that's college. When it comes to NFL, you got to pick one guy and go with them. And if you think Zappy's better, which I've been saying for a while now, that the real QB controversy was in New England, you go with Zappy. And from a bigger standpoint, a bigger picture standpoint, if you go with Zappy and behind the scenes you want to trade Mac Jones, you're not hurting Mac Jones's value, because all we have on tape is Mac Jones going to the playoffs last year, being hurt this year, and we all knew they were in offensive disarray because they didn't have a real offensive coordinator. So if you're a team looking to trade for a quarterback, you're thinking, okay, Mac Jones was good last year. We'll throw away this year because they were in disarray. They didn't know what they were doing offensively. Can't really blame him for that. You keep his trade value up. But now you bring him in and you bench him, and the backup looks better, you're hurting his trade value. So I think from a big picture standpoint and a small picture standpoint, this was a bad move.
That's a very interesting perspective over there. I hadn't thought of that. You see, that's why you do what you do, man. That's why you're just one of a kind. Amazing stuff. All right. Very good. Very good. Okay. So Putsy play. I have to go to my 49ers, man. I mean, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Jimmy Garoppolo again. First half, like we're winning, we're playing well, and it's against the Chiefs and we're home. Jimmy, we're up 14-13. You cannot do what you did and throw an interception at the goal line like that. Throw it away. Take a sack. Live another day. Damian, what? This is what I'm saying about Garoppolo and all the Garoppolo backup guys. And ironically, I'm saying that because he should be a backup. But everybody who does back him up says, oh, look what he did. We go there. We go to the NFC Championship, the Super Bowl. I get all that. But he's one of them quarterbacks that has been along for the ride more than anything. So, damn, man, you just can't make those plays. And he's known for his supposed intelligence. That was the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, and the thing is, he got lucky earlier in the game. The first touchdown he threw was kind of a throw pass as well. The wide receiver made a great comeback to the ball to catch that catch.
That's
so
right.
he already was in that mindset of, let me just throw the ball up and see what happens. And on that interception in the end zone, it just was horrible. As George Kittle, if you're trying to throw George Kittle, at least throw it to the back of the end zone where you're like, okay, only Kittle has a chance at this, or it goes out of bounds. But to throw it up there, and for the guy who's not even guarding Kittle to get the interception, come on. Like, what are you doing? Like, it made no sense at all. And like you said, you guys had all the momentum. You guys are playing very well. Yeah. And from that standpoint, you can't give Kansas City multiple chances to get going. And that's what you did there. And from there, we saw Kansas City kind of take off. But man, that's the thing, man. You guys have, made these moves and seem like a Super Bowl roster, but that quarterback is so important. And Jimmy G just isn't that guy.
Yeah. And Nikki, it's about knowing who you're playing as well. Like, if you're going to go ahead and take a chance, do it against a team that doesn't have a good offense, not against Patrick Mahomes, who is the best quarterback in the NFL. Like, you got to understand it. Again, that whole intelligence thing that comes in, I'm not seeing it with Jimmy.
Yeah, it's always the knock on him, right? And I feel you, because I used to be that way with Daniel Jones. Just throw the effing ball away. Just throw it away. Like, just why are we trying to make something out of nothing, but like it's a stupid play. So I would hope for the 49ers sake, like he starts to break that habit and come along a little bit. The concern is that he's still not there yet, right? I think he's a good game manager, but again, we've said it over and over and over again. Like, is he gonna, take you to the promised land? Like, he'll get you there, but he's not gonna win it for you.
No, exactly right. And that's the whole point of getting Trey Lance. And that's what we want out of him. We believe that he can be that guy. It's yet to be seen, but we know that Jimmy isn't. And another thing that if anybody who watches 49er games, Jimmy Garoppolo rarely ever completes a pass outside the numbers or, even near the hash for God's sake. I mean, everything is over the middle. So it's becoming very predictable to guard the 49ers offense. But now, of course, we got Christian McCaffrey, so let's see what happens. That's a huge upgrade for any team, obviously, as long as he can stay healthy. So I have a little excitement about that. Anyway,
so Jay, I gotta ask you, like, how'd you feel about the trade? Giving up 4 picks for Christian McCaffrey. What were your thoughts about it going in?
You see, that's the thing, man, because we're a really good team. We draft well. Like, we find guys in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds that you never heard of before, like in Elijah Mitchell, in the 6th round. I mean, so from that perspective, I'm taking it a little hard because I don't know how much we're going to get out of Christian McCaffrey. And are we a Super Bowl team now with Jimmy Garoppolo, like I mentioned, and a banged up defense? So I'm really torn. I got to be honest with you. I'm happy to have him because I know we do have a chance. We definitely have a chance. But at the same time, man, we gave up a lot of our future because we do draft well.
Yeah, for me, when I saw how much you guys gave up, I was like, oh, it really was an eye raiser. Like, dang, that's a lot of draft capital to give up for a running back who has the injury history that Christian McCaffrey has. Now, Christian McCaffrey himself seems like the perfect player for your offense. Like for the style of game that you guys play, if he's healthy, he's going to be amazing. Even in the little sample size we saw on Sunday, he was gaining just gashes of yards. So I can see him being amazing in this offense. But again, do you give up 4 picks for this guy? Now you take away, you're not going to run Deebo Samuel as much. Those other running backs aren't getting as many touches because you give up 4 picks. You're giving up 4 picks for a guy who's going to be your workhorse. Now he may not be 25, 30 touches like he was for Carolina, but definitely between 15 and 25 touches a game between running and receiving. So now you're putting that load on him. Do you trust him to stay healthy through that load? And also, is he the guy to get you over the hump when your quarterback's Jimmy G? That's the big question.
Yeah, man. I mean, it looks like the year of the comeback for the running back when you include Saquon in that conversation. So maybe he does stay healthy. But this is like a juxtaposition to what happened with Matt Stafford. The Rams went all in and it worked out. This is kind of the same thing from a running back perspective because we're getting a top 2, 3 running back, whatever you want to call him, maybe number 1 in a lot of people's eyes. So you have to win the Super Bowl. Otherwise, you mortgaged a lot of your future. Now, the only thing about those picks is that we received those picks by Mike McDaniel becoming a head coach for the Miami Dolphins and Robert Saleh for the New York Jets and them now having tenure and success there. So that is a great thing from that perspective where we do have kind of these extra picks, but they still are valuable picks.
Yeah.
Sure. But win for Carolina. I mean, they really need to get some talent and build that team. So win for them.
For sure.
Yeah. It didn't look like it, though, Nikki, when they played Tampa Bay. They stopped the shit out of them.
I know. I think it was like that, everybody's not giving us a chance. We're going to play. We have no coach. Like, we're amped up for no friggin' reason. Right. And we're playing and we're winning and we're beating Tom Brady. It was just one of those games. Like,
amazing. They scored 3 points, D. 3
I know.
points?
3 points.
What?
Tom Brady, love
that's
you,
one of the
Tom
most
Brady.
shocking.
But time to hang it up.
Maybe. Not even maybe. Yes. I mean, because he weighs like 97 pounds now. He just has to. He's done. He is finito calabrito. That is it. My gosh. Anyway, we'll talk about more of that stuff. Let's move on. D, you want to do some bragging rights and crow bites?
Yes, sir. So this is where we get to brag about something we've gotten right either the week before or throughout the season, and also have to eat some crow bites on something that we may have gotten wrong in the previous week or throughout the season. So this week, let's start with the crow bites and then wash it down with the bragging rights. I'll go ahead and start it off. I was bullish on New England beating Chicago. I thought the score might have been reversed to what it was. And Chicago went out there and put a mollywhopping on the Patriots. It didn't matter who the quarterback, was, what was going on. Maybe we're finally seeing Justin Fields, being used correctly. That was something to see how effective he was in that game. But kudos to the Bears because I definitely got that one wrong. So I'm gonna eat some crow on that one. I had no expectations of the Bears winning that game, especially in blowout fashion.
No doubt, man. I'm with you on that one. I'll eat crow right along with you on that one, and I'll follow it up with. Look, the worst coach in the NFL, I've been saying it since he's been hired, is Brandon Staley. And somehow I continue to pick the Chargers to win games. And they lose games, okay? So I need to stop doing this. Seattle stomped them, man. Beat them up. Beat them silly. Geno Smith looked dynamic. And you know what? He has been all year for that matter. He's been fantastic.
Yeah,
So I got to eat crow on going against my word again. Brandon Staley is a complete moron. He was brought there to stop the run game. They have gotten worse. It is ridiculous, and he can't coach to top it off. So I'm not sure I'm going to be picking them too often this year.
Yeah, I'm right there eating crow with you on that one as well. And the thing is, I went against my gut. Now. When I was thinking Seattle, and I was like, the Chargers just have more talent. it has to eventually. And I went against my gut on that. And you always go with your gut. So I got to eat crow on that one with me for sure.
Go with your
And
gut.
so what about you, Nikki? What are you eating crow on this week?
I just need to lay off Green Bay and Tampa Bay. Like, I just need to accept that, like, this is a different year. It's like a wrap here for these guys. I don't know. I don't know what is going on, but I just need to stop putting so much faith in these two teams. And also talk about going with your gut. Oh, I was going to pick Arizona. Something in me said pick Arizona, and I didn't. And I switched it to the Saints at the last minute, and I kicked myself all the way for it.
You
so
felt
always
bad.
listen to your gut.
That's you felt bad for D. You didn't want to upset your younger brother and pick against him.
Because it was that thing. It's like, Saints are a better team, but then like Andy Dalton comes out and looks like I don't know what the fuck was going on. Like just slinging them, interceptions. Like you could have put Jameis and his bad back out there. It would have been the same result, I think. So, oh man, but I should have listened to myself.
They should play Taysom Hill a lot more on the
I know.
They move the ball with him. I mean, it's just a fact.
Yeah.
Whatever, put him in shotgun, put him in pistol, and the defenses are not going to know what to do with themselves. I don't know why they don't do that more, bro.
The thing is, once you put Taysom there full time, you ask him to start reading defenses. That's when the weaknesses come out for Taysom. Now, when you put him in part time,
why can't they be more of a running team? Like let them throw like little slants here and there. They don't have to throw bombs. They can move the ball consistently with their running game. I feel.
Maybe we will be able to do that. I just feel I know with Taysom, I know Dalton's horrible and Jameis didn't start the year well, but Jameis and Dalton, as far as playing a QB position and doing those nuances of making audibles and reading the defenses, they're way better at that stuff than Taysom Hill is. But Taysom Hill with athleticism, we definitely can use that. But for me, man, you go to Jameis at this point. And we already announced that Dalton's starting this week coming up. So if Jameis is not in a wheelchair, he should be starting, honestly. Like, it's not.
What's the difference at this point? What's the difference?
Yeah, because the reason you don't start Jameis is because you're scared of turnovers. But with Jameis, you have the upside of the big arm, the big plays that are there. With Dalton, you're getting the turnovers without the upside. So if you're going to get the turnovers anyway, you might as well take the upside that you get with Jameis, or the chance of the upside that you get with Jameis, especially as we get healthier on offense. Right? If you get back Michael Thomas and Jarvis Landry, we got Chris Olave back this week. If you get those guys back with Jameis Winston, you're like, okay, now I feel better. But with Dalton, even if we get those weapons back, I don't feel as good because I don't know some of the interceptions. Quick rant. So the one interception definitely wasn't his fault. The one that bounced off of Callaway's face and went for a pick six definitely wasn't on him. The other two were so horrible, so horrible. The first one he threw, where we're driving down, we have this 15-play drive. We have all the momentum. And instead of just taking a short pass and kicking the field goal, he forces it between three people. There was nothing there that said pass the ball. In the back of the end zone, he tries to force it in there. And again, there's options. If you watch the play, there's options. You had Kamara at the top of the screen, Olave at the bottom, both wide open. Like, you pass it to them and you hope they break a tackle. If they don't, you get 3 points. But no, you want to force it to the back of the end zone. And then the other interception he threw, he's throwing to Chris Olave on a deep end. And instead of putting some air underneath the ball, he throws a bullet straight to Isaiah Thomas, who's 10 yards in front of Olave. Yeah. There's no way he should have been even involved in the play. So to make those type of mistakes at this point in his career, like, the thing is with Dalton, you don't expect him to make your team better. But he's supposed to be the guy who doesn't lose the game for you. And he lost that game for us. And you just, at this point, like I said, if Jameis' back isn't broken, if he's healthy enough to dress, he should be playing. I don't get what our coach is doing right now. Dennis Allen, great defensive coordinator, but I don't know if he's head coach material.
Yeah, well, that's what I've been wondering. Like, why isn't Jameis starting? Is he not healthy? That's the whole thing. You know, again, like you said, you get more of an upside. And, you know, also, look, like you said before, with Landry and Michael Thomas out, and you're relying on a rookie to run your entire passing game, you know, it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. But all right. So where are we at now? We're on bragging rights.
We're going to do my fault for the rant. We're going to do bragging rights, and I guess we'll go ahead and bring it around with Nikki to start it off.
What am I bragging about? Oh, I said to take Cincy and they would cover the 6.5, and the Giants would win and cover. So I hit there.
Yes. No, two very good picks right there on the betting side. Definitely good bragging rights right there. What are you bragging about, Jay?
I'm gonna brag for all of us, man. Hey, baby, what's up? But you know what? If you paid attention to us, then you freaking made some money this weekend. And like I said, you can send half of that right on over to GoFundMe. All right, because we knocked it out the park, man. The over on the New Orleans Arizona game, Giants +3. They won the game outright, and then the under by a landslide in the Dallas Detroit game, which a lot of people were like 48. That's the one I'm worried about. Get out of here. So I'll brag for all of us on that one.
Yeah, no, it was a great parlay on our part, and we were able to get some people paid on that one. So congratulations to the people who did listen to us and made a little money on that for sure.
Yes.
For my bragging rights, I was 2 points off on the exact score for Jets Broncos.
I was thinking about that. I swear to God, I'm like, didn't you get this crazy score of like 13-9 or something like that?
Yeah,
he did. Yeah, it was something crazy. 13.
Yeah, I was 2 points off on that. I knew the Broncos weren't going to be able to score against that Jets defense. And, even with another quarterback in there, they just still look just as bad. And the Jets offense is also very bad. So I knew it was going to be a low score. And I guess I'll brag about that. I picked the under for that as well. So under for Jets Broncos hit way under, even though it was a low over under, and it still went way under. And also getting that score just 2 points off on the exact score on that one for my bragging rights.
Well done, sir. Well done. What's up, Ben? What's good, man? Love to see you in the house, baby. Love to see you in the house. Stick around. We're about to make some picks. All right. Unless I'm missing anything. Yeah, we're at time to make some picks, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's do this thing. All right. Let me get my pen and my paper ready. But first of all, we have to go over who won last week.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you right now that we all went 8-6. All of us. Every single one of us. But there's one
God.
Aha! Damien, you triple locked, you son of a bitch. Very good, my friend. You win the week. Well done.
Nice.
Well done. Triple locked the hell out of that shit. Yep, you had
took some chances with my locks last week. Okay,
you did.
It was Giants on the road, and then Miami against the Steelers, which that's a tough lock right there, and you locked the hell out of it. So well done, bro. Well done. Did a good job.
Thank you.
So now let us make our picks for week 8. All right, here we go.
Man, week 8 already. It's crazy.
I know, this sucks, right? It gets me depressed already.
I know. Oh, God. How are we here already? How do we get here?
Too fast. Gets me upset. I don't want to think about it. We'll just have to All right, but we'll enjoy.
The good news is, folks, that we are here year round, so you don't have to miss a beat with us.
Tell them about it.
Yeah,
you think it's crazy? You think it's crazy now? Wait till the off season when Nikki comes back and all these other things that we do.
Oh my God! Wait till the off season. You want to talk about off the rails? We got sexual chips. We got debates, we got like random guests. We just have like all types of stuff going on.
I have to say, our off-season segments are fucking killer. They really, really are. And I wish we had time to get them into the shows, but there's just too much to do. We just have to give the information and move on. But oh my God, wait till after the Super Bowl.
Wait till after the Super Bowl.
I know,
you want to watch us now.
And you're right. You want to watch more NFL after that. I know, it sounds sick, doesn't it?
No, but we got our bracket. Like, we got March Madness to look forward to. We got NBA content coming up. So,
that's right.
We
make sure you sent out gifts last year. Yeah, remember we sent out gifts to winners? Yeah, we're like, fucking, LLC over here. We're a production.
I like that. 3rd and 3 Productions. Nobody steal it. I'm going to go register it right now.
Right. Go ahead. We'll wait for you. All right. In the meantime, while you're registering, D, let's pick the first game over here. We got Baltimore going into town tomorrow night on Amazon Prime. That's the only way you're going to watch it. They sucker you in with that freaking money, just like that freaking Denver-Jacksonville game. I am so pissed off. ESPN Plus, but we'll get to that in a second. But anyway, D, Baltimore 4-3 goes to Tampa 3-4. We saw both teams last week. Baltimore was able to squeaky out a win, and Tampa Bay was just awful. So what happens now?
Tampa Bay continues to be awful. I know they're at home, and usually you go at the home team on a Thursday night, but I feel like Baltimore's just better. And it's not like Baltimore. Baltimore is one of those teams where I think we all want to see something that we haven't seen yet, right? Like, we all believe this team is really good, but they have yet to be really good. They show flashes. They'll have a half where they look unstoppable. Lamar Jackson, the offense, just marching down the field. But then the second half, they'll fall off the earth. And then you'll have it where it's the opposite. So we haven't seen them put a full game together yet. I think this is the game they put a full game together. So give me Baltimore 24, Tampa Bay 10.
Baltimore blows a lot of leads, man. They are like the king of that this year. And the Giants on the opposite side, they come back from, deficits.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how this game is really weird, man. And when it comes down to that really weird type of shit, I go with the home team. And I know it doesn't seem right because I do believe Baltimore is the better team. Somehow Tampa Bay is going to be able to throw the ball tomorrow night. I think that they're really pissed off. And Tom Brady, he made his little speech and whatnot and said it's all about the team and everything's going to be better and we're going to fix it. I think they have a good game for some reason, Nikki, on Thursday night. So I'm going to pick the Bucs.
Yeah, I'm done picking the Bucs. Remember, I always said you never bet against Tom Brady until you give me a reason not to. I've seen too many reasons not to. So actually, for me, I think the Ravens defense is playing a little bit better. I think their running game is becoming a little more efficient. Yeah. And then Gus is back, Gus Bus.
Gus, baby.
I'm going to go Ravens 20, Tampa Bay 17. I'm actually going to lock it. I never lock Thursday night games, but I'm going to lock it. And I like the Ravens to cover. I like all of it. So give me Baltimore on all of it. Yeah.
She likes the Ravens to cover and she's locking Tampa. You see, only the mind of Nikki can come up with this.
No, I'm not locking Tampa Bay. I'm locking Baltimore.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said you were taking Tampa. Never bet against Brady. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, she's finally going to bet against Brady. She's seeing too much.
I'm sorry. Baltimore locking it in. Okay. Very nice. Interesting. All right. So I guess I'm going Lone Ranger on that bad boy, and I am fine with it. So I do have Tampa Bay 20-17. Let's go to that game, Denver, Jacksonville, where most people are not going to watch it for two reasons. One is because it's a sucky, shitty game, and the other reason is because it's on ESPN Plus, which half of America does not have. So, they screwed up over there. If ESPN Plus thinks they're going to get a whole bunch of brand new viewers over this one game, they picked the wrong fucking game.
I know. Why is this the marquee game to try to get you to sign up?
Gee whiz, I do not know, but it's a mind bender.
Yeah. I feel like the NFL and ESPN are low-key beefing with the games we see on Monday night, and with ESPN Plus, this is supposed to be their introduction to the NFL. Now I have ESPN Plus because of boxing, and I think a lot of people have it because of UFC. So we'll get to see it because we already have it. But like you said, I don't think there's going to be anybody new who's not boxing or UFC fans that's going to come into ESPN Plus for this.
Nope, definitely not. I mean, if they would have scheduled Buffalo Green Bay to be this game, something like that, because they're playing this week, whole different story. But they shit the bed on this one, man.
Does this again? I just say the marketing just kills me.
Awful.
You know what it is? The NFL has such a stranglehold on sports here in America. They don't even think about like this may be a bad game because London. Honestly, how many good games has London had? They haven't had that many good games. Like they had that first game a couple of weeks ago. I think it was with the Giants and Green Bay, where it was the first time they had two teams that were over 500. And Green Bay since then has gone under 500. So you think about the fact they haven't had any really good games there. Just like, we're the NFL. We throw this product at you, you're going to take it. Same thing with Thursday Night Football.
Trash.
Thursday Night Football, just take it because it's the NFL. And even though all of us that like the NFL, like we don't get good products on Thursday night most of the time, we're like, it's the NFL, we got to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta watch.
We're
obligated. We have no choice. We can't change the channel or anything. We have to watch.
It's ridiculous. Not even during commercials. We don't even switch over during commercials.
Oh no, we can't.
Got us locked in. We are, man.
And we will complain about it till our dying day.
I did watch the Manning cast, by the way, for Monday night, and it was
great.
I liked who that. Vince Vaughn was good. Bill Burr made me laugh, and having Barack Obama. That's
Obama's
on. So that's really cool.
That's big time.
Yeah. All right, well, let's pick the game. We keep going off tangents over here, so let's do this shit. Nikki,
what are you giving people a preview of the off season?
Yeah, exactly. This is a little bit of what you're going to get. Just banter. We have no rehearsal. This is just how it goes.
Okay, so this game, let me see. How could you describe this game in a word? Like dysfunctional, maybe? We've said sucky, shitty, dysfunctional. I don't know. I guess give me Jacksonville 20-14.
All right, 2014 Jacksonville. She says D. Both 2-5 teams. Which one's going to get their third win, or are they going to tie?
I wouldn't be shocked.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't be shocked if that happened because Denver seems like they play for the tie somehow. But I'm gonna go with Jacksonville 17-14. That Denver defense is a shame. That unit's being wasted. That's a really good defense. Yeah,
You got that
but
right.
they're going to give Jacksonville a really hard time. But again, I don't trust Denver's offense to do enough.
No, I'm with you all the way on that one. I think Jacksonville, they'll be able to score a little bit more. Denver, again, they're going with Mark Rippon. It's just a shame over there. Like you said, that defense is really that good. And I'm hearing rumors that if Denver doesn't beat Jacksonville, they might get rid of Nathaniel Hackett that quick.
Good.
Now,
Wow.
Even across the pond.
they're rumors. I don't know how true it is, but it's out there in the NFL sphere.
That would be crazy. I'm not normally for first season firings. Like I'm rooting for Wilkes in Carolina because I feel like Arizona did him dirty. And they got Cliff Kingsbury, who's definitely not better. So for me, it was I was like, Steve Wilkes deserves another chance. But with Hackett, it has been truly, truly awful. And maybe it's one of those cases where you can tell after 8 weeks, like, this dude ain't it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they know he ain't it. I mean, when they're hiring time management coaches, clock management coaches, and to help them out, it's like, come on, what are you, Mike McCarthy from last year? Give me a break. Anyway, I'm with you guys. Jacksonville will get their third win in this game. I like it 23-10. Somehow Denver will score 10 points. I don't know how, but they will. Anyway, next game we got Carolina, the red hot Carolina Panthers now. All right?
Calm down. All right. Calm down.
Playing Atlanta, who 3-4. I mean, they might win this division. I mean, holy crap! I mean, this is insane right now with what's happening. I definitely, I love Atlanta in this game, which makes me think I should go with Carolina. But no, I like Atlanta. Atlanta should win. They're at home. I don't think Carolina is going to do what they did last week. I really don't. So give me Atlanta to win this game, and I think they'll score a decent amount of points. I think it'll be something about 30-19.
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
I like Atlanta as well, not by that wide of a margin, but I do like Atlanta 20-17.
All right. So you got Atlanta as well. How about you, Nick?
I have Atlanta, but I don't think they cover. So I'll take Atlanta to win straight up, but I like Carolina in the points. So I have it 24-20.
Okay. I think there was some pretty big points in that game. I want to check it out real quick. Where is the line? Oh, I wanted to see it real fast. Ravens.
6.
Six.
According to DraftKings, it's 6.
6 points. Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah, 6 is high for this game. Like I don't trust either team enough to win by more than 6 points.
Decent amount of points. I know. All right, next one. Chicago coming off their best win of the year and finally figuring out how to get Justin Fields moving out of the pocket, get him going on fakes and working out of the pistol and all sorts, and Khalil Herbert making plays. David Montgomery, not bad. Look, they got one of the best rushing offenses in the league right now, but they're going up against a real tough Dallas defense. I want to lock this game in. Dallas 5-2, Chicago 3-4. I just can't quite lock it in, but I do like Dallas to win this game. I think the score will be, I don't want to say close, but I think it's something like about 23-16 Dallas wins this game. I don't know. What do you think, Nikki?
I have Dallas 30, Chicago 13, and I will lock in the Cowboys.
Okay. You had the guts to do it. She had the guts to do it. I didn't, D.
Yeah, you can make this a trifecta. And I will lock in Dallas as well. I got Dallas winning 27-13. I don't think that we saw like a resurgence from Chicago. I think New England, they caught New England in a weird game. So I think that we'll see Dallas' defense really give Chicago a tough time.
Yeah, man, I think you're right. I think they caught him in a weird game is right. And this next game could be kind of weird. Detroit's at home. They are starving for a win. They're 1-5. Miami's 4-3. They got Tua back, and they look really good. They're another team that uses the middle of the field a lot. So if Detroit can get their shit together on defense and understand to drop their linebackers back into coverage, then they can give Miami problems in this game, D.
And Detroit's defense did look good against Dallas for most of that game. It was Detroit's offense that kept giving the ball away that really was propelled Dallas to pull away. So I do think this is going to be a decent game, but I do have Miami winning. I'm going to go Miami 21-14 over Detroit. Detroit, man, I wonder if it's our confirmation bias on this. Like, because a lot of people love Dan Campbell from Hard Knocks, and he seems like a really good guy, and we want to think he's a good coach because of that. But we haven't really seen evidence of him being a good coach. We've seen evidence of what we think is good coaching, the high, and we see that, players love him, but it takes more than the players liking you to be a good coach. So I wonder if we've been too kind on Dan Campbell.
I would agree. I think that's a really good point. You know, look, Hard Knocks does a lot to make you fall in love with a team and a coach and things like that when you see what he does. But again, the X's and O's are where it's at. And, you know, he can never hold a candle to Bill Belichick in that sort of category. And that means a hell of a lot more. So I'm with you on that. All right. So D's got Miami on the road in Detroit, Nikki.
And I'm locking it in.
You're locking it. Okay.
Oh.
Second lock. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm going to roll with Miami. Although, let me see. What's this line on Detroit? Because they're always, like I said, they cover like 70% of the time. I just want to
do.
say.
It's
3.5.
3.5, yeah.
Over under 51.5.
That's a lot of points, man.
That's a ton of points. I think it's low scoring. It's probably like, I don't know, 24-20, something like that. I don't know.
I think I'm smelling a parlay right now.
For sure.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, we're gonna get to that in a minute. That's for sure, right there. You know, gosh, man, I really want to take Detroit in this game because I feel like the blueprint is out in Miami a little bit, and I hate to say that right now because Tua is another guy who doesn't throw that. He can throw outside the numbers. Don't get me wrong, he can. But they love to use the middle of the field. But then again, I think they decide to run the ball in this game. Raheem Mostert has been showing a lot. He's fast as shit. So I'm going to agree with you guys. I'm going to go with Miami, and I am going to lock it because they are the better team. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Detroit give them a little bit of a problem. Give me 26-16 Miami. Let's move on to our next game where Arizona 3-4 visits Minnesota Vikings coming off a bye at 5-1. Let me kick this one off, guys. Arizona definitely feeling themselves a little bit. Got DeAndre Hopkins back. It's going to make it tougher on opposing defenses. And Minnesota's defense has been overachieving in ways. Their schedule has been favorable. This could be one of those kind of trap sort of game, guys. And I got to tell you, I'm kind of feeling it. I don't think Minnesota is as good as their 5-1 record. I think somehow, some way, Kyler Murray rushes for over 100 yards this game. DeAndre Hopkins gets 100 yards this game. They run the ball well, whether it's with Benjamin, if James Conner comes back. Arizona steals one in Minnesota, 30-27, guys.
Oh, I like the boldness of that pick.
Wow.
But I'm definitely not bold enough to go with you. I got to warn America, do not fall for the trap of what you saw last Thursday night.
That's fair. I agree.
Yeah, Arizona's not a good football team. And Dalton gave them points. It was like 14 points came in within like 30 seconds of each other on pick sixes, and they still only won by 8 points. So do not fall for the trap of what you saw in that game. So I'm taking Minnesota 24-20 in this one.
That's totally fair because I agree with you. Arizona is not what they were that night, but this is just one of them weird games. I don't know. Minnesota off a bye, Nikki.
Yeah, but Arizona's way too inconsistent. Like, I just think like Minnesota is the better team. But I do think it's close. What do I have here? 24-23.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's as close as
so, and I have the under. So I don't think it's like a super high scoring game.
All right. I dig it. All right. I go Lone Ranger on that one. I seem to do that a lot.
It's 49 though. 49. I mean, I don't know.
Man,
D-Hop, a lot of high over and under.
High. Yeah, a lot of high. Yeah.
That goes to show you that the public bets the over quite a lot. And so they're going to keep, that they love to see points being scored. That's just the gist of it. That's what the NFL does. I think a lot of points could be scored in this next game, D. You take this one away as your Saints at 2-5 take on the Raiders 2-4, who were struggling against the Texans last week. And then finally were able to pull away in the fourth quarter with Josh Jacobs, who has really turned his career around, man.
Yeah. Now, Josh Jacobs is doing his thing. And because of that, and because of the fact we're still going with Andy Dalton, I got to take the Raiders in this one. I'm going to Raiders 24-21 in this one. I don't think it's going to be crazy high scoring, but I can definitely see both offenses moving up and down the field in this one. But I just don't trust Dalton and not make those mistakes that he made against Arizona.
No doubt. Look, I hear you, man. I'm going to roll with you. I like Vegas in this game. I'm not overly fond of it because I think New Orleans can pull it off. Their offense can look good at times, and they do have weapons. But I think the Raiders may be trying to get a little resurgence over here at 2-4, need to get back in the division, seeing a little bit of a green light ahead of him as Denver is out of the way and the Chargers are not looking good. Got to reach Kansas City, of course. That's the whole deal. But no, I'm going to agree with him, Nikki. I think Vegas wins in a lot of points, 30-24.
Yep. I'm gonna go with the Raiders on this one, 27-24.
All right. It's a trifecta in the house, baby. All right. Let's go to the AFC East. As damn, the New York freaking Jets are 5-2. If you told me they were going to be 5-2, I would have told you turn that record right around, baby. 2-5. Look at what's happening right now. And New England coming off their ugliest loss of the year. They will start Mac Jones. That is official. He is the starting quarterback this game against the Jets. The Jets have been looking real hot, though, Nick.
They have, but they just lost Brees Hall.
Yes.
So had it not been for
They
that,
did
I
pick
probably
up,
would have went with the huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They did pick up the running back from Jacksonville,
Yeah, James Robinson.
James Robinson.
Okay.
Very
Is he
nice.
like ready to go, or is it gonna be a Christian McCaffrey type thing where he's got like a couple packages and
It's a good question. I believe he will play, but Michael Carter has been a damn good running back as well this year, too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just I think New England is pissed off. I have this like very low scoring. What do I have? Like 17-13 New England. So
It sounds like a New York Jet, New England type of game right there to me, D. She could be
Sure.
right. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that, sorry for our Jets fans out there. I think that reality is about to hit the Jets pretty hard. When you look at their schedule and what they've been able to do, their defense has been great. But look at the offense they've played against: Denver, Miami with a third string quarterback, the Pittsburgh. Like, it's been some really bad offenses in this win streak that they've played against. So I see that reality is going to hit them pretty soon with these New England and Buffalo games coming up. So I got New England winning this one. I agree with Nikki. I think it's going to be a weird, low-scoring game. I'm going 15-14 New England.
I love it. I love these oddball scores. They're freaking fantastic. It makes me so happy. It really does. I'm definitely going to disagree with you guys. New England they don't have it right now. Offensively, they don't have it. Look, they can run the ball, but the Jets' run defense has been really good this year, led by Quinnen Williams, playing outstanding. I mean, we could talk about him as Defensive Player of the Year candidate right now. Their offense, I'm really still not in love with, but I believe James Robinson will still be a factor in this game. And the Jets at home, I don't even know how much that really makes a difference. New England's played there a billion times. Bill Belichick has coached there a billion times. Would I be shocked if New England won? No. But I think the Jets really are the better team, and they got things going right now. They're having a confidence. So give me the New York Jets to win this game, 19-17. Very close one. So I agree with you guys there. All right, let's move on to the state of Pennsylvania as the Pittsburgh Steelers at 2-5 take on the only undefeated team left in the league. Like D told you was going to happen, the Philadelphia Eagles at 6-0. D, what do you got here?
Yeah, I think that Philadelphia continues to be undefeated, and I'll be able to brag about a second prediction that they make it to 9-0. So I'm going Philadelphia 27-10, and as my third lock, clink, lock it in.
All right. I like it. I'm going to follow you right along, man. Philadelphia wins this game, no problem. I don't see a trap in their future. They just got Robert Quinn. I know he's only got one sack this year, but you put him on a defensive line next to Fletcher Cox, I think big things are going to happen. So give me Philadelphia, easy win over here, 26-13. That's what I'm saying. Locking it in. Nikki, is it a trifecta?
Yeah, no, I'm taking Philly 24, Pittsburgh 14, but I'm not locking it.
Okay. All right. She's got another game in mind. She's got 2 locks. D's got his 3 already. I got 2. Obviously, more are coming. All right, here we go. This game nobody wants to watch, but they're going to play. Tennessee, Houston. There's even another one that nobody wants to watch. We'll get to that in a second, too. But Tennessee's 4-2. They lead the AFC South right now, which is just an ugly division. We thought more of Jacksonville. We definitely thought more of Indy, and we'll talk about them in a minute with Sam freaking Ellinger. My God. And Houston, of course, is pathetic. So they're 1-4-1. This game, to me, Tennessee is certainly the better team, which means that Houston is going to get the win. Tennessee just play these stupid I'm telling you, man, one, I feel so confident that the Texans are going to win this game because Tennessee is supposed to. They're going to lose. I like Houston, Damian.
I do not blame you. When I tell you I went back and forth on this game because of the history of these two teams, and because, like you said, whenever we think Tennessee is going to win, they let us down. And even last year, you had a game where Tannehill threw like 3 interceptions. It might have been 4 that game he threw against Houston when they lost to Houston last year.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't know. But I'm gonna go Tennessee, but I'm definitely not confident in it at all. But I'm gonna go Tennessee 17-7 in this one. But again, I wouldn't be shocked if your prediction becomes right on this one. I wouldn't be shocked at all.
See Damian Pierce outshining Derrick Henry in this game, Nikki. I really can. What do you think?
I think that I spent a ridiculous amount of time going back and forth on this game. Of all games, this is like, I don't even care. I'm not even going to watch it. And I was just like, oh, I don't know. Like, Houston probably going to win. I have to just like give it to the Derrick Henry factor. But I really could see Houston just taking this. I'll go 24-20 Tennessee. Not confidently, though.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of your sports profit moments. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm sure. I really do. But then again, Detroit has only won one game so far, and I was adamant that they were going to be the 7th seed in the playoffs, and that looks really bad right now.
Right. So somebody has to eat a hot dog, right? Or you don't have to eat a hot dog. What?
What do I got to do? I got to do something.
Yeah. I forgot what exactly. I know I don't have to because I know Pittsburgh's not gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I know.
No, you know what it was? It was that guy at Yankee Stadium, right? Didn't he put hot dogs in?
Yeah, I was going to do the Grizzly Dog beer. I was going to do that if both Miami and Pittsburgh made the playoffs. Yeah. Miami still has a shot. It's a little shaky there.
They're gonna make the playoffs.
They may still make it playoffs, but Pittsburgh, I'm not worried about it at all. So I know I won't
really
have to
encourage everybody to go find that show, and maybe I'll find it and just chop up the clip of it because the fight. It was finally not me in the fight, which is great.
I know. That's right.
Just, like, going at it, it was hysterical. Like, I was so adamant that they were making the playoffs, and he was like. No, man. Like, I mean, come on.
He was willing to do anything. He was willing to be trapped underwater with bricks hanging from his legs in order to tell me that Detroit's not making the freaking playoffs and Pittsburgh has no shot either. Yep.
I forgot the Detroit bet, but I know that the Miami-Pittsburgh bet, I'm pretty safe on that one.
Yeah.
You're looking pretty good. Miami, yes, but Pittsburgh, and it's ironic that they just played 16-10 game, not even really that pretty. No scoring in the second half, but. All right, so let's get to our next one, which is also ugly. And it would have been the Carson Wentz revenge game, but his ass is on the bench because he's faking an injury. So they're playing the Colts, who just benched Matt Ryan. They're saying he's got a shoulder injury, which is part of it. But Frank Reich really laid it out. He said, we're not running the ball well. We're not blocking well. And Matt Ryan isn't performing well as a result of it. We promised him all this stuff, and we're not delivering on the goods. That's true, but that's not the reason. They're benching him because he's not playing well, guys. He just really isn't. Yeah. And at this point, at 3-3-1, what do they got to lose going to their backup, Nikki?
Oh, they lost me as president of the Matt Ryan fan club.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I know. I wasn't going to call you out.
He's had fantasy-wise, he had a couple good weeks in there. I'm getting like 25 points from him. So, I mean, all wasn't like lost. It's like the end of an era, though. I feel bad. This is probably it for him, I would think, right? Like Rodgers, Ryan, Brady, like, it's probably time.
It's hard to go out like that, though, like you don't want to
know
that. That's tough.
Yeah.
I know. I don't like this game for a lot of things, but I think Indy is the better team. So I have Indy 24-21, but I would take the Commanders and the points.
Okay, I'm going to take the Commanders outright in this game because they got something with Taylor Heineke, man. I don't know what it is, but sometimes a quarterback just gets in there and they rally around him and they play better. And Terry McLaurin, is now a part of the offense again. They got a triple threat at running back. They are not a bad team, and Indy is teetering on the bad side, and home field advantage means nothing for them. Washington 3-4 against Indy 3-3-1. I think Washington actually will be 500 after this game. Give me Washington winning it 23-16.
Hope not.
Wow. They get every team in the NFC East 500 or above. Last time we saw that. 10 years ago. That would be nuts. And I agree with Jay. I'm going Washington in this one. I'm going to go 21-17. But like Nikki said, I don't like this game at all. It's just so I wouldn't be shocked if the Colts won if Sam Ellinger came out there and looked like a freaking just great QB. I wouldn't be shocked. Because Washington's defense, I don't trust them at all.
Yeah, it's the NFL. But I will say Washington's, their front four has been playing pretty damn good. So it should. Yeah. You're right. And Indy's offensive line has been totally underachieving this year. That could be another big factor in this game. So
for sure,
that's another reason I like Washington. All right, it's my game now. The 49ers on the road against the Rams. I think this is the 7th time they played in the past 4 weeks. I don't know how this is possible, but I feel like we play them all the time. but we beat them all the time. And I feel really confident that we will again. Christian McCaffrey will be a much bigger part of the offense this game, no doubt about it. The Rams, like I've been saying all year, they're just not playing well. They just aren't. They're not scoring a lot of points. They even though we all picked them against Carolina, it wasn't an impressive win at all. So I'm not liking what I'm seeing out of the Rams, and I think the 49ers have a really good week of practice. They run the ball probably about 65-70% of the time in this game, come out with a win. It may be ugly, and it may be a 2-hour game, but I'll take it. So give me San Francisco 24-17. What do you got, Nikki?
I'm with you. The Rams don't do well against teams with good defenses. So what do I have? 23-20 San Fran. So I have the over just barely, I think. What is the over? No, I don't. Wait, hold on.
It's probably
43. 43.
So you're pushing?
I'm pushing.
Yeah. Yeah, so San Fran, definitely getting a little bit healthier on defense, but still got our problems in the secondary. That's what worries me a bit. But if they double cover Cooper Kupp, I think we win the game, Dean.
Yeah, if there's a game for you to survive with his secondary having issues, it's this game because the Rams don't threaten you outside of Cooper Kupp. Right. And that offensive line isn't protecting Stafford, so your front seven will be able to feast on that. So give me San Francisco. I'm going to have the same score as you, 24-17, and it's a trifecta.
Trifecta. I love it. All right. All in on San Fran. Sounds good to me. Let's get to Nikki's team now, the Giants. This one's going to be a tough one, Nick. I'm not going to lie. You take it away, but my God, Brian Daboll, certainly the coach of the year right now with the Giants at 6-1. They're winning on the road at home. They are on the road. They're going all the way across country to Seattle, who looked obviously great against the Chargers. But are they that team? Is Geno Smith that good? And are the Giants a better team? This is a tough one, Nikki. I got to tell you, I'm really torn.
Yeah, I still am torn. I might change my pick come Sunday and another show to do that. Think about it. If we would have said in June, oh, Geno Smith and Daniel Jones are gonna ball out, they're gonna have this great year. It would have been I get called crazy all the time, but that would have just been what are you talking about? Where are the edibles? Take them away from you. What are you talking about? That's not happening. Yes, I do think, Geno Smith is having a great game. Look, for me, this is coming down to Barkley versus Walker, and this is going to come down to defense and who can create more turnovers. I do think it's going to be the Giants, and I think it's going to be some last-minute play, have it 24-20.
All right, so close game, and maybe not as many points scored as other people may think in this one, but, the Giants defense has been playing well. Yeah. You guys lost Evan Neal. That's a killer right there, but, we'll see how they make up for it. So, D, she likes her home team on the road. What do you think?
Oh, man, this is another one I went back and forth on. This is a very tough game to pick. But Seattle's defense is so bad. I see Saquon Barkley having a field day. So I'm going to go with the Giants 24-20 as well. I feel like I was copying you guys' notes today with the scores. But I'm going 24-20 Giants. And one of those games where the Giants, again, find a way in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
They keep finding ways. I think they're going to have to score more points this game, though. I think Seattle is going to be able to score points. I don't know if DK Metcalf is going to be healthy, but even Tyler Lockett out there, Noah Fant getting a little bit of the deal, and Kenneth Walker obviously has definitely risen and shown why he was such, a coveted, one of him and Brees Hall. He really is fantastic. And Nikki, you picked him in Freaky Fantasy Football Draft this week, so that was well done right there. We'll get to that in a little bit. God, man. I mean, the Giants are the better team to me, so they should win, and they've been so well coached this year. So I am going to go with them. I'm going to go with the Giants. It's really tough, and I will not be surprised at all if Seattle wins, but I know it'll be a close game either way. I'll take the Giants 27-23. All right. So we all agree a trifecta on the New York Giants. We got a couple games left. We got our Sunday night game where the Green Bay Packers are 3-4. God in heaven. They look awful. Aaron Rodgers is such a dick. He went on the Pat McAfee show calling out everybody except for himself. Well, this guy's going to have to sit if this guy can do a better job. And that guy and pointing fingers and you and him and them. Wow. And he's an asshole. And you know what? Josh Allen is going to show him you're washed out. I don't want to say washed out. I don't want to go that far. But Josh Allen's going to kick his ass this week. They're coming off a bye. They're going to be healthy. Look for Stephon Diggs to have a freaking tremendous game. Buffalo wins this game. No problem. 34-20, Ding. Oh, and that is my final. That's my final lock.
Yeah, if I had a fourth lock, I would lock it on this game. Buffalo is going to destroy Green Bay. And I think Aaron Rodgers' head may explode as he sees all the weapons that Josh Allen has. He's like, oh my God, they got Stephon Diggs,
Right.
Davis, all these weapons all over the field for Josh Allen. Look what I'm throwing to. He's mid-game. He might do a halftime interview where he's complaining.
Yeah, retire at halftime, like that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly in this one. So Buffalo 30-13, and I wonder if Maria Taylor's going to interview Aaron Rodgers or Josh Allen. You know, she does a quarterback every week. I wonder who she's going to get this week. Because of course, Josh Allen's going to be like the better interview as far as just a feel good story. But Aaron Rodgers would be very, very interesting if she interviewed him.
I wish you would interview me. That would be fun.
Yeah, that's right. You call her Miss Taylor, right?
Yeah, I love her.
I know you do.
Stuck into my top 5, man. She really did. She's doing her thing. She's really great at what she does, man. She's excellent, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
Both loving Buffalo, Nikki, in this game over here. You with us?
I am. By the way, you know who was like nice to look at without his helmet on? Chris Olave. I was like, okay, hi. Not
Put him in your top 10 or 20.
We're at 20 now. We're at 20 right now, Jay. We're at 20.
Just, I was just like, hey, what, like I said, sorry. You call her Miss Taylor, you know what I mean? It was just like, all right, hey, good looking for. I didn't like realize it, and then he was on. I was like, okay. Anyway, listen, we have female fans of the show. We have ladies that watch. They might be interested. Maybe helping the ladies out.
You definitely gave some people some Google material just now.
I was just gonna say the same thing. I'm like, people are gonna be Googling the picture now. Click images on Chris Olave.
Yeah, I mean, just whatever. So yeah, obviously Buffalo. That's my final lock. I have it 30-17, and yeah, I just hope Aaron Rodgers like quits mid. I just can't stand this guy. I cannot freaking stand him. Like I just can't. Brady loses it, and he may not, always go about it in the right way, but he will turn around and look at himself. But Rodgers, no, it's like he does no wrong. He's toxic. I don't know how anyone gets along with him in the locker room. I just can't stand him. I cannot stand him.
I know. And
one last point on Rodgers is he refusing to throw Hail Marys now? The end of the Washington Green Bay game, they do the whole little thing where they're shoving the ball back and forth. Is he just like, oh, I'm just not going to throw? Even he's one of the greatest throwers of Hail Marys ever. Like that's one thing he's really, really good at. You're like, why wouldn't you do that? He can make, and we know he has the arms. He still has a great arm. We've seen that. So we know he can throw that ball down the field, and it's like, oh, we're going to do this impossible play that only works 1 out of every, 999 times you do it. We're going to try to do this instead of just throwing a Hail Mary, which we've seen you be successful with. It's just, it's too much for me.
I remember your team did it, D, against the Jaguars. Your team had one of those plays, and then you missed a freaking extra point. You missed.
Yes, it's one of the worst moments in Saints history. We were fighting for a playoff spot. And we're going against Jacksonville. We do one of those plays, and shout out to Aaron Brooks. He threw a crazy block on that play to free up Dante Stallworth for getting the end zone. Yeah. And I was going crazy. I'll never forget it. We're going nuts. And this is back when extra point was still at the 1 yard line.
That's right.
This is a 19-yard field goal. And John Carney, who was a very good kicker for us, very good kicker, went out there and shanked the extra point. And I'll never forget, Jim Haslett's not even watching it because at this point, the extra point is just formality. So he's literally talking to Aaron Brooks in the offense about what they're going to do in overtime. And somebody tapped him on the shoulder like, hey, we lost. He's like, what? What do you mean? Like he didn't even bother to watch the play because it was just known like you're going to make the extra point.
It was a given. Yep. Totally. I could not believe my eyes. I'm like, after all that, after flipping it back, this and that, and a great play, this schmuck misses the extra point. I think that was the day that I said I need kicking out of football. I think that was the day.
that would be a good reason too, right there. Especially like I said, back then, this is 19 yards and he shanked it. Crazy.
Shanked it. Terrible. Disgusting. All right, we got one more game.
Disgusting was the officiating in the Giants game, but
I know it was phantom calls, man.
It was bad.
All over the place. Yeah, but they still defied the odds and did it again. Amazing. All right, we got one more game. Monday night game. Cincinnati goes to Cleveland, the Ohio battle. Here we go. So Cincinnati's getting better and Cleveland's not. It kind of makes that a pretty easy pick for me. I don't have to think too hard about this one. Cincinnati's going to win this game. They're going to score 34 points, and Cleveland's only going to be able to muster up about 22. So give me Cincinnati to cover, no problem, D.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Two teams going in different directions. We're seeing Cincinnati starting to look like that Cincinnati that Nikki adopted last year.
Yeah.
So I'm going Cincinnati 31-14 in this one.
Okay, yeah, you and I are totally on the same page. What are you saying, Nikki?
Yeah, Cincinnati's 30, Cleveland, give them 23 points, but so fitting that, like, what are they, Bengals, that they would win on Halloween. I don't know. Feels fitting.
Okay.
So I feel like they would. They would.
Orange and black. Okay.
Yeah.
I can dig it. I can dig it. The orange and black. I like it. All right, cool. Well, those are our picks, our official picks. We'll see who wins the next week, because we all had the same record this week, but D was the only one to triple lock, so he gets the victory officially. Let's make our best bets. As a unit, kicked ass last week, no doubt. All right, so this week we're going to come up with our 3 best bets for you guys to parlay, but let's give our individual ones first. Nikki, you want to kick it off?
Sure. So I'll give you my 3. Like I said, I like the Bengals to cover 3.5. I like the Commanders and the points. Hold on, I'll check that. And then I like the under in Jets New England, which is 40.5. So let me see. Commanders 2.5.
Okay, so under New York Jets New England. I kind of like that too, under 45. I like your picks.
40.5.
Oh, it's 40.5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh, that's kind of low. That is low.
It's a low one.
That's a tough one. But you know what? I agree. It'll probably be a low-scoring game. I love your Cincinnati pick. I'm with you on that all the way. 3.5, right? Is that what you have?
3.5. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I totally agree. I like Jacksonville minus 2.5 in this game. I know that, I talked about we all have Jacksonville in this game, so I think they win it pretty comfortably and against Denver, who just cannot score at all, but they do have a good defense. And because I picked Tampa Bay to win the game outright, and it's only but Baltimore is favored by a point, I think I have to pick Tampa Bay. So I got Tampa Bay +1 tomorrow night, Jacksonville minus 2.5, and I agree with Nikki on Cincinnati 3.5. Ding.
Yeah, I like the Cincinnati pick for sure. So I think that's one that we can put in our parlay.
That's probably going to be one of them. All right.
Yeah. And one that I love is the under for Miami Detroit, 51.5.
Yeah,
give me the under.
It's a lot.
Yeah, give me the under on that for sure. Yeah. I think that the over under is that high because Detroit's offense came out the start of the year so hot.
Right.
Their offense is starting to cool down.
Yeah, Amon-Ra St. Brown not playing, I don't think, right? He's out.
Yeah, I think he's out as well. So yeah, I love the under on that one. Also I like the under in the Baltimore Tampa Bay game, 45.5. I think it goes under that because Tampa Bay can't score and Baltimore for some reason can only score if they pick a half to do it. So I think that so give me the under in that one as well. And I know this is a big point spread, but Buffalo 10.5. Buffalo covered the 10.5. I normally don't mess with the big points, but I'm just so confident that Buffalo is going to destroy Green Bay in this game.
Yeah.
It is a shitload of points, no doubt, 10.5. Because, I mean, look, they could win the game 30-20. Green Bay could decide to use Aaron Jones, more like they did a little bit last week and everything. That's a tough one, but I would tend to agree with you more. I think, two, that we really like for sure is Cincinnati minus 3.5, right? We all like that one.
Yeah.
I think we can all – Nikki, do we all agree that we like under 51.5 Detroit, Miami?
Yeah, I like the under on that.
So do I. So let's do that one. And now we got to come up with a third one and be sure about it because I want to go back to back and kick some ass this week.
That's what I had on my notes. I wrote to myself, this is a huge spread and you don't usually do it, but Buffalo, I have the score 30-17.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's a tough one to lock in, though.
I know.
Yeah. Let's talk about a couple others real quick. What do you guys think about the Bears getting 9.5 against the Cowboys?
I don't like that. I think I could see Dallas winning by more than 9.5.
Cover. I could see that.
Yeah, because they played Detroit. Let me talk to you guys real quick. They played Detroit last week. Their offense did not do well. I know it was Dak's first game back. I understand. Now Zeke is hurt this week. I'm not expecting Dallas to do a lot. Their defense is what got them 24 points last week, if you want to be real about it, for the most part. I mean, they strip, sack, fumbles, all that. The over-under is 42.5. I don't really like that so much.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm trying to get you guys to go on that 9.5 with me a little bit. The Jets are Patriots are favorite 1.5. Did we all? You guys both picked New England, and I picked the
Yeah,
Jets.
I literally picked about 1 point.
Yeah. Do we all think that Philly's going to beat up Pittsburgh?
We do.
It's
Okay.
11 now. That's 11. Well,
I
do
got
have-
10.5.
I have it
11.
by 10.
I would do it.
I
I
have
would-
24-14.
So do you believe in Philly to blow out Pittsburgh more or Buffalo to blow out Green Bay more?
They're both pretty much the same exact spread.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's offense sucks. Philly is going to beat the shit out of them, I think.
Yeah.
I would go Philly, guys.
So you want to go Philly? What you said the Philly one is 10.5, you said?
Well, I have even if Nikki has 11, I have 10.5. I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at. Sportsbookie USA Today.
I'm off on DraftKings.
You're on DraftKings, all right.
Nope, it's 10.5 now.
Okay, 10.
10.5.
I don't know. I know it's a lot of points, but Philly's home. I mean, they're just so much better than Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's not doing anything on offense. And
All right,
Philly's,
what about Carolina and the 6?
What is it?
Carolina and the points.
Oh, Carolina, you want? Yeah, with Atlanta. What scares me about Carolina is that last week was their Super Bowl. That's what scares me.
It was.
Yeah.
It really was.
So,
I kind of like. I do agree. If I were to pick,
I have it 24-20. So, and I have Carolina. Well, I have Atlanta winning, but I like Carolina and the points.
if I had to
6.
go one side, I would take Carolina with the points. I probably would.
Yeah.
I think the moon is
that's
4.
when I do my $1 bet where I pick all the games. I'm taking Carolina the point, but it's just
I know it's a hard one. What if they win by a touchdown? What if it's 24-7?
We can what if all of them, but we got to pick one for the people.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel real confident in that Philadelphia minus 10.5 versus Pittsburgh. I do think
All
they
right,
destroy.
let's do that one.
All right, I feel really good about that too. Okay, let's do Philly minus 10.5.
So officially,
nothing more than Pittsburgh to go
to shock them.
Yeah,
I don't think Pittsburgh.
That would be crazy for sure. But so for our parlay, officially we have Cincinnati minus 3.5 against Cleveland. We have the under for Miami, Detroit under 51.5, and we have Philadelphia minus 10.5 versus Pittsburgh.
I feel good about it. I like them.
Yeah.
I like them. We talked it out.
Go ahead and put it in now because, like I said, we won me some money last week.
Yeah. That's right. The dollars were paid last week. Hopefully, y'all paid attention. So pay attention again this week because we're going to be on a roll from here on out. That's the way it goes. All right. So we got one more thing to do before we call it a night, folks. Having a great time over here. Loving my partners over here. It's a beautiful thing. My Wednesday night therapy. Let's do Freaky Fantasy Football Draft. Here we go. 44 points for me. Nikki, 77. Well done. But Damien, you get the double win this week, man. 82 points. Very close. Very, very close game.
Wow, nice.
Nikki, 77, Damien 82. And Nikki, you had a great one with Kenneth Walker. He got you 39. Eckler got 31 for D. I think that the one that really tipped it was the Jets defense getting 14 points and the Pats got 8.
Yeah.
That was probably the difference right there. But you both did really well, and I didn't. So there you go.
All right. So
let's do it this week.
I get to pick the order.
Yeah, I get to pick the order finally. It's been a minute.
It has been a minute, my friend, but here you go. Let's see if you can start something.
All right. So I'll go first this week. He'll have Nikki go second and Jay will go third.
All right. Okay. That's the way we're going to do it.
All right. And the reason I wanted to go first is because I want to take Saquon Barkley right off the board.
So. That's okay.
Bring it on. All right. So Barkley is gone already. There it is. New York Giants, Nikki's team, stealing it right there. All right. And they're playing Seattle. Like, you said it. You mentioned it early, so that's why you went first. Smart move. Smart move. All right, Nikki, your turn.
Let me get Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
See some points.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I'm very unprepared. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So let me just make sure I didn't. Oh shit, I did pick him. Fuck. Give me a second. Let me figure this one out over here. I have not picked. Oh, okay. I haven't picked Jalen Hurts yet, so let me take him for my quarterback.
Oh, that's a good week to
Oh,
have
that's a
him.
good. I'll say that's a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
I like
great
that.
week.
I like that. I'm going to go with that, and I'm also going to go with. I have not picked. Let me just double check. I am not a cheater. I don't ever want to cheat at anything in life. I like to win the right way. I will take Tyreek Hill as my wide receiver this week. I think Miami's going to score, some decent amount of points on Detroit. So I'll take Tyreek Hill. So those are my back-to-back picks. And now, Nikki, you make your second.
Okay, I will take Stephon Diggs.
That's a great one.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. I think Buffalo's gonna go crazy, so that's a good
Yeah.
one.
I think so.
Yeah, it's a touchdown game for him, quite possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jair Alexander can handle it. All right, D, you got Barkley, and now you get two more.
Okay. I know Joe Burrow won't do what he did last week. I know he went crazy for Nikki's fantasy team in the Real Deal League for sure.
He did.
But I'm gonna take Joe Burrow this week, and I'm also take T. Higgins.
Okay, line them up right there. T.
Nice.
Higgins. Do you guys know that I tied in fantasy this week? Did you
You
I
did?
see that?
saw that you and Roof. That was.
Can you explain how that is even
True.
physically possible that two teams can score the same exact amount of points with decimal points? What?
That's what makes it nuts. It's like it wasn't
Yeah.
like it was 80
Like
even. It was like 80.12 or something crazy like
Yeah,
that.
86.1. Like, you got to be shit. That's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
tying
The
in
odds
NFL
of
is
that
bad
are
enough.
so nuts.
Yeah.
Tying in fantasy football, get me out of the league. Kick me out. I don't want no part of it.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
almost as
God.
crazy as me and D having the same exact playoff teams.
Yeah.
That's right. All 14 of them.
All
Like,
14 did not derail or deviate one time.
Nope. Unreal. Nikki, you doing well so far with Cousins and Diggs. Who else you got?
Yeah, give me let me get Gus Bus. Let me get Gus Edwards.
Good pick.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Good
I
one.
think they might be able to run the
I
ball.
went ahead. I scooped him up in the Real Deal League for sure.
Oh, you did. I forget it. I was gonna. It's like I get so busy, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's Wednesday night. I'm not gonna be able to get anybody. Never mind.
D, give me your boy Juwan Johnson at tight end. I like him this week. He scored last week, right? He had some fantasy points. I think he might do it
Yeah.
again.
No, that's a good pick. And Vegas is bad against tight ends, so that's a really
Right.
good pick.
Right.
Mhm.
Yep. That was on my mind.
Mhm.
So now I got Hurts, Tyreek Hill. I got Juwan. Let me get my running back right now. Who do I like? You know what? Fucking A, man. Give me Christian McCaffrey. Let's go.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah,
Let's
I think he's
go.
going to use a lot this week for sure. And
All
the
right.
Rams cannot stop you guys from running the ball.
No, they can't. They won't. It won't happen. Yeah, he's going to have a big week. I like it. Okay. I have one more pick coming up a little bit later, but Nikki, you got Cousins, you got Gus Bus, and you got Stephon Diggs. Where you going now?
I like that team. I guess give me Mike Gesicki.
Okay. Yep. Against Detroit. I like that too. I went Tyreek Hill, so I like that right there. All right, D, you get to close it out where you got Burrow, Barkley, and to go with Burrow, you got T. Higgins.
Mm.
So I'm going to take Dallas Goedert at tight end.
Okay. Nice one.
Yeah.
I like
And
it.
then let me also get let me take Atlanta's defense against Carolina.
Ooh, all right. Little risky. I like it. I like it. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Nikki, you got to close it out with your defense.
Give me the Jets.
I like that. I think that's pretty
Yeah.
good. All they can really do is run the ball in New England, that is, and I think the Jets know that, and Robert Saleh is going to be ready for it, so that's a pretty good pick right there.
I feel like both defenses might score points in that game.
Probably.
You know what?
Yeah.
That could
But I
happen.
took New England last week, so
That'd be a
Yeah.
pretty cool prop bet. The odds on that would be outrageous.
let's throw it out there. Let's add it. Let's add a prop bet.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right.
We're adding
before we-
parlays.
That's a bonus side one. A bonus side one over there.
I
For that
love
one.
it.
I'm actually
and
gonna look it up and see if that's a bet that we can make on that one for sure.
That would pay out. That would pay the shit
Yeah.
out of us. So if that is a bet that we can make, I say we do it. We pool our money in. It wouldn't even have to spend a lot. The odds would probably be like 5,000 to 1.
Yeah,
So we
really.
can bank on that shit,
Yeah.
I'm down with that. All right. I got to pick me a defense. and I think this one's pretty easy. I have not taken them. I will take the Eagles defense. No freaking problem this week. That's an easy one for me. So went a little Eagles crazy. I got Jalen Hurts in the defense for the Eagles. I got Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, and Juwan Johnson. Nikki's got Kirk Cousins, Gus Edwards, Stephon Diggs, Mike Gesicki, and the Jets defense. And Damian, our reigning champion, has got Burrow, Barkley, T. Higgins, Dallas Goedert, and getting a little risky with the Falcons defense. But let's see if they can make some noise. All right.
That's a nasty team right there.
It's pretty. I think we all drafted pretty well, and now we're getting into that, like especially with the tight ends. It's going to get hard.
I know.
Yeah.
I hate
the tight ends. I'm really getting deep. Like Dallas Goedert was like my last one where I'm like sure about it. Like that's it. After that.
I mean, yeah, that's it. I mean, we have to start like looking them up now. It's going to be that hard.
Yeah. I know.
Oh shit! Another fun episode, guys. Really, I mean, I was honestly having a shitty ass day, no joke, and. This past, hour and 15 minutes, freaking marvelous, man. So thank you both again. Had a great freaking time. Nikki, you're the best, girl. You are the best. I'm glad you're back at home, where you can get some real rest.
Yes, I can get some real rest, but I don't stop. You guys know that. I never stop.
Stop.
I don't stop. I keep going. So, of course, you guys follow me. Hold on. I'll get it. Nope. I'll get it right one day. I don't know. You would think being on camera all this time, all these podcasts, I would get it right. No. What do I have on tap? I'm doing a lot this week. All right. So we have this one, of course. So Tuesday nights, 6:45, Trenches goes live. Tuesday nights, 8:00, New York Giants Rush. Wednesdays, of course, I'm here at my home, literally where this all started. Really would not be anywhere without you guys. So just know that I appreciate you so much. And I know I do other shows, but you guys are the best. Sunday, 11:30, Channel Side Bets, but I am doing 2 guest spots this week. So I will be on Patriots Pod Saturday morning at 8:30. All right. We're doing a betting show. We're each going to pick 5 bets against a spread and lock them and then talk about why we're doing it. And then Sunday, I am doing the Snake Sports Talk podcast at 10.
Look at you.
All over the place this week.
Excellent.
Oh, and Channel Side Bets, we are dressing up. So make sure if you have time at 11:30, tune in to see my costume.
Oh, I'll be tuning in. No doubt about it. 100%. Got to see
what's Are you going to be Britney Spears?
Yeah.
I can't say. It's a surprise.
Okay.
But I will be in a wig because the rule is we have to wear a wig. So.
Oh, all right. So y'all going to wig out, huh?
Yeah, literally.
That should be fun. I love it. All right, D. I don't know. What are you going to be for Halloween? You got a costume, or are you just going as yourself?
Yeah, I'm about to say we're not doing the costume this year. So we got to come back strong next year. But I guess I could go as podcast man since I'm doing all these different podcasts.
There you go.
Yeah.
All over the place. But yeah, so you can follow me on social media at The Real Deal WDA. That's The Real Deal, W as in whiskey, D as in Delta, A as in Alpha. I'm trying to drop content every day. Been dropping basketball videos, boxing videos. Dropped a boxing article today on 33podcast.com. So you can go check that out. What's next for Devin Haney. So you go check that one out. And I'll be writing more on 33podcast.com as well. We kind of abandoned the site a little bit. So I want to get back to that so we can get back to showing our writing talent as well. And for my podcast, The Real Deal with Damian Adams drops each and every week. The 33 podcast every Wednesday night, of course. The GSMC boxing podcast and the GSMC basketball podcast. And I will be doing a guest spot on Sunday morning on Fat Boy Fadeaway. We'll be doing that on Sunday morning. So please go check those out. Go subscribe. And if you are new to the show, you might not know that I'm younger than Jason and Nikki, but you can't tell because they look so young. How do they look so young? Because they follow the 3 Ps, right? The 3 Ps are Peloton, Pilates, and podcast. And the main part is listening to my podcast. And that's how Jason and Nikki look so young. They listen to my podcast. It lowers your blood pressure. It keeps your cholesterol down. Your C is centered. As you can see, she's centered. She's ready to go. Because Nikki can be riled up, but then she listens to the podcast. She gets calmed down and keeps her blood pressure down. So go ahead and subscribe to my podcast and listen to them. You'll be in good health, okay?
The alpha and beta waves, the alpha beta waves, and the theta, get them all chilling, flowing in the right way. What's up, Tavon? What's good, man? Wish we had you in earlier, bro, but good to see you over here, man. Good to see you. Oh, man, it has been another fun episode. 3rd and 3 is where it's at. It's always going to be Wednesday nights. Is how we do it, 7 o'clock, unless Nikki is in another state. And check out Power 32 podcast. We will definitely have an episode this Monday with a special guest. I'm not going to talk about it now. It'll be a lot of fun.
Ooh.
And we're going through all 32 teams. It's going to be excellent. So I'll make sure that I put that shit out on Twitter and whatever other social media shit I'm into. But 3rd and 3 is my home. This is where it's grown. And hey, look at all the shit that we're doing now, guys. I mean, we just started out doing some bullshit, talking.
Literally
Right.
at the height of COVID and literally talking bullshit because there was no sports to talk about.
Complete bullshit. Again, no rehearsing. It's like, all right, let's just go ahead and talk. And then we do it for like 2 hours and have like 3 different segments. And like now it's still the same thing. We just do whatever we do. And that's what makes it so fun, man. Just a conversation with friends. It's a beautiful thing. And we're going to keep it going, man. We know you enjoy it. We love it. And we'll be back for more of it next week. Make sure you do the par pay. Let me remind you one more time. All right. It is Cincinnati -3.5, -3.5. We have the under in the Detroit-Miami game, 51.5. They are insane. And Philly will cover the 10.5. Go ahead. Put it in now.
Yeah.
Par pay it. We'll see you later. Nikki, give him the wave.
Bye.
We'll check y'all next time. Peace.